Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection for another retro unboxing and review video of a statue which I am currently selling, which is why I am once again doing this video before it will be gone forever. And today we are going to take a closer look at the Last Guardian Collector's Edition for PlayStation 4. And as most of you know, this game is already pretty old because it has, we have been waiting for this game for years, and it has been originally announced for PS3. But then they have released it, and the release date was 6th of December 2016, and currently we are at 2023, so it is probably the biggest retro I have ever showed you guys on this channel. And it is an important information because we will go through this unboxing, you will see what I'm trying to say, because it is retro in a lot of things. And it also gives us the Back to the Future related topic, because we are going back to the past where everything was better, and we will feel definitely a lot of nostalgia here. But on the other hand, another important information which I have to mention to you guys is that I have never played the game. And I can hear you now screaming to your computers and phones, Honza, how come that you have never played The Last Guardian, one of the best video games of all time, or by one of the best video game creators, Fumito Ueda? And yeah, the reason is simple, guys. I have more and more video games and less time. So even though that I'm very familiar with the fact that Fumito Ueda has created Ico, and then Shadow of Colossus, and then The Last Guardian, and all three video games are being called one of the best of all time, especially for the Shadow of Colossus. This is probably still the best video game for a lot of people. I still unfortunately didn't dedicated my time to go through these video games. I tried it with Shadow of Colossus. I finished the first boss and that was it. And maybe one day I will try to go back to it. But now this is not the case because I have less and less time and more video games which I would like to play. And one of the reasons why I never really started with The Last Guardian is the fact that when this game has released, the reviews said that it already looks a bit old because of the long development process. So even back then I was thinking, yeah, well, I'm not really into graphic stuff, but in this case I was like, yeah, well, I have more important things to do right now. And then as years went on and on, now it will look even older. So I'm still thinking whether it actually still makes sense. So that was the reason number one. Reason number two was that in the reviews, a lot of people have mentioned that there is a problem with Trico, which is the main creature here, and they mentioned that he is not listening to you, and people were unclear whether it is a bug or if it's a feature of the game, because sometimes you get into the situation where you are trying to jump over the fence and get to the platform with this little boy, and you are simply not able to do that because Trico won't help you. And sometimes you never know if it's because he is not willing to help you or because there is a bug and he is just not aware of the fact that you need some help. So that leads to some frustration, and I still remember after all these years these two arguments why not to play The Last Guardian, which is why I never even started. So I hope it somehow makes some sense. So I will try to give you guys at least some idea how the whole thing looks. And as you can see, we have here the box, we have steelbook, we have statue, we have some stickers, and we also have art book. So I'm going to show you guys everything. And yeah, so this box, like, you know, it's been a while since I had it in my hand, so you can see all this nasty stuff around here. So this is not like on the original Last Guardian Collector's Edition. This is just that it has been in my basement for a long time. So apologies to everyone who created this game, but after so many years, I hope it is understandable. All right, so now let's take a closer look at what is on the inside of this box. And because I already tried to open it to make this video a little bit quicker, then I can tell you that this is what you can find on the inside. It is a nice box, and it has this glossy effect here, and it looks like it has been made out of wood, but it is not the case. It is just some classic paper, like cardboard, with a nice paint on the top. And if you want to open this, you have to do something like this. And on the inside, you can usually find the art book and the steel book. Then, just to give you guys some brief information, you have to open this tray, and here you can see the statue and also this little guy right here. So that's how it looks, but I'm sure you want to see the whole thing. So I am going to show this to you, but first things first. Alright, so now you are probably thinking, what is this? Well, this is my notebook, and you can see some stickers here, and there is one sticker from the Last Guardian stickers, and because I wanted to give you guys complete information what is there, then this sticker has been used already. So let's take a close look on other things. Alright, so that's everything you will get in the box. So first thing is are the stickers. You can see that they are pretty nice, and if I would have some sort of emotional connection towards the game, I'm sure that I would most likely use them all, but I never did. So that's how they look right now. Pretty simple. Then we have here the steelbook, and it is really nice. It has this nice glossy effect. It reflects the lights very nicely, and it also continues through this over here. So this is really cool, really decent, very simple, yet still effective. So I really like how this looks. Then on the inside, we have first of all the code for the theme for PlayStation 4, and then we have another code for digital soundtrack, which I forgot to mention in the previous segment. And then this is how it looks on the inside. So we have Trico once again right here. Still looks great. Here is this little boy. I forgot his name. You can let me know down in the comments below. So yeah, really nice steelbook. I like how it looks. And like what I was trying to say at the beginning with this like back to the good old days, is the fact that we are receiving a lot here, and this is from the time where the collector's edition of video games, not only that they started, but they like we have like collector's edition since like the dawn of time. But what I want to say is that that was probably the best time for the video game collectors, because we received statues like from, for example, Uncharted 3 and 4. We received the car from Gran Turismo 7. We have received like The Last of Us 1 and 2 collector's edition. We have seen the statue from God of War reboot, and all these collector's editions were from the good old days. Also, don't forget about the Assassin's Creed and all the statues from Ubisoft. But like all of this has been the package which you were able to get together with the video game. Steelbook was also usually the case, that it was there, and then we received statue, sometimes something slightly more. It was not very expensive, and we all had a great time. Everyone was trying to get it, but now I think we are in the phase where more or less everyone is basically getting rid of these collector's editions, because the like we are like we moved forward. That's what I'm trying to say. Because, for example, collectors like me are now currently collecting Hot Toys, action figures, or maybe Prime One statues, or anything else. And these, let's say, cheaper statues are not as good as they were before, and also they doesn't look as good as they did before. And but the nostalgia which I'm talking about right now is also important, because those were the days where we have received a lot of things inside the box. Today, sometimes you don't get the steelbook, sometimes you don't even get the video game on Blu-ray disc, and the statues, like I cannot really remember the last time when I have seen like a good video game statue. Like probably for Assassin's Creed Mirage, that's what I'm looking forward right now. I was thinking about Gotham Knights Collector's Edition, but then I saw the price tag and the quality of the game, and I said no, not for this price. But that's pretty much everything. Like I can see that we are receiving a lot of stupid things or unnecessary things, and a lot of things which I don't really need or want. And I'm looking at you, Horizon Forbidden West Collector's Edition, with this big honking, like nasty, gross, like elephant or whatever it is. Like I have never played the game yet. I'm still in the first one, but it looks terrible. And I'm also looking at you, the hammer from God of War Ragnarok, like the hammer which is made out of plastic. So, like, come on, like, who wants this? Like, if you are a cosplayer, maybe you do, but I think that's more or less it. But let's not waste any more time. And yeah, good old days where we have received a lot of nice things with our favorite video games. So this art book, you don't have to worry this time, because there are no spoilers here. I checked it for you first. So you can clearly see everything which we have here. And I wouldn't say that it's the best art book I have seen, because that's not true. But like, think about it. Like, now if you do receive the art book, you will usually get the art book which is like half the size of this, and which is not as wide as this one, because you still have a lot of things here, and even though that it's still like not as nice and not as interesting as like I would like to see. You don't really have a lot of like clear information about the game itself or the creation of the game. You do really have only the art books here, and that's it. It is a still nice touch, and it's nice that they have added this here. So if you want to, you can go through this, you can enjoy yourself. But yeah, that's more or less everything what we have here. So I will go to the end just to give you everything so that you know. Here we have some storyboards from the video game. So yeah, if I would play this game and I would have some like deeper connections towards it, I would probably appreciate it a little bit more. But I still think that it's a nice gesture that we have this art book from August 2016 printed in Italy. All right, so that's art book. So now I would like to show you the statue a little bit more. And first of all, we have this small little guy right here. And what I like about him is that, for example, he still has the tattoos on his arms and on his legs, which is a nice touch. I dig it. But on the other hand, you can already see that it's been a while since they have created him. And like, for example, the face, it's terrible. I'm sorry, but it is terrible. It doesn't look realistic at all. But at this size, like, you can see how big he is, right? I have big hands, but still. So yeah, it's not the best statue I have ever seen in my life, but you can see, like, that's, you really had like a limited options back in the days, and now like everything is better. And if we will talk about this statue, then it is even more visible, I think, because now the paint application has improved over the years. Also, the sculpting has improved over the years. And if they would do this now, it would definitely look better. And like, first of all, this we should talk about this pose, because Trico is sleeping here, which looks kind of cute. Like he is some sort of nice animal, which he probably is. I don't know, but it is also a little bit boring, I have to say, because I had this statue for a while in my collection. I never bought it like on the day one. I bought it a couple years later for a discount price, but still I had it at home for, I don't know, 5 years or so. So I had a lot of time to take a closer look on Trico. And what I would like to point out is the fact that he is not really, he doesn't have the presence. Like, he's not asking you for your attention. He's not here to like draw your eyes towards him, which is what other statues and action figures are doing. So over the years, I put this statue from the, let's say, display number 1 to display number, I don't know, 20, where I don't even see on the statue anymore, because it's really like on the top on my shelf, and like I'm not that high, so I had to put it there because of lack of space for other statues and figures. And this like gives you the impression that you are not really into it. And it is like, obviously, first of all, because I have never played the game, so I don't have the deeper connection towards it, but second of all, it also tells you that the statue itself is not as interesting as it could be. And what I'm trying to say here is, like, think about it. If Trico would be in very dynamic pose, where he would be like standing on his feet, where he would spread his wings, he would open his mouth like and scream at you, and then you would have this boy on him, or like being afraid of him, or something something similar, then I think it would look much better, and he would then, let's say, cry for your attention. But in this case, I was thinking, yeah, well, not the best pose. And also, I was talking about the paint application and all that stuff, and you can see clearly right here, for example, on his legs, they look like one solid plastic piece. By the way, this is all plastic. I haven't mentioned it before, but I think it's clear. So this doesn't really look as nice as it could. And also the grass right here looks like terrible, because it's very plain and simple, and there is nothing really which would draw your attention towards it. So you have this nice Last Guardian base here, but the grass is not as interesting as I would like to see. Also, like, what I found out later on, and I haven't even noticed before, is that he is probably missing one, I don't know what it is called in English, like his eyebrow. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm sorry, I don't know the proper English word here. But something like that. So I think like there is a small gap right here, and I think that he should had two, and maybe he had them, maybe he didn't, but it's clearly not here. So maybe it got lost over the years, I don't know, but now it is just simply not there. So overall, I still do miss the times where we have received like a proper collector's editions with the nice statues and other accessories, let's say, which was the case right here. And even though it doesn't look as good as it looked back in the days, I still think it's okay, and I do hope that it will give a lot of good memories to the new owner, which will have it in the future. So yeah, by the way, this is how the bottom looks, so nothing really special. So yeah, that was the Last Guardian, and yeah, let me know down in the comments below. You can let me know how crazy I am that I have never played the game, and it is such a mistake, and I should definitely go for it and go through the whole video game, because that's exactly what I need to hear right now, to give it a go, give it a shot, and maybe finish it one day. And you can also let me know what do you think about this collector's edition, and if you agree with me that the video game collector's editions were better, let's say 5 years ago, or if they are better now. Because now, as I said, I don't really see anything which I would like to have in my collection other than other Assassins. Or maybe if Far Cry 7 will be here one day, mostly Ubisoft stuff, because they still have this good quality for the good price. So I hope they will continue in this trend. But for the Sony exclusives, Ooh, I really hope that, for example, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will receive a good collector's edition. Hopefully, we will see that soon. But I still remember how disappointed I was when I found out that Miles Morales Spider-Man, the video game for PS4, will not receive any collector's edition, which I think it was a very bad decision because I would definitely buy it because the first collector's edition was great, and this would be probably even better. So it was a missed opportunity. And yeah, so that's it. uh, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you are interested in more old school stuff, because I still do have some. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to see you in another video.